Big moves are brewing at Barcelona this summer. A potential Ballon d'Or contender could return to midfield in a tactical shift, but only if a key La Liga winger seals his long-expected move to Camp Nou. And speaking of that winger, top insider Gerard Romero says he's 150% certain to join the club very soon. Meanwhile, Barca are also eyeing Inter's Denzel Dumfries to strengthen their right flank. Transfers, tactics, and surprises, let's break it all down. There is much hype and tension surrounding Barcelona's pursuit of Nico Williams, who is ready to join the club in a big money deal from Athletic Club. Although the deal is far from done, Barca are planning to activate the player's €62 million release clause this week, perhaps as soon as tomorrow. Nico's potential arrival at Camp Nou could bring forth a series of changes in Catalonia, especially from a tactical perspective. Rafinha to move to midfield on Nico arrival. A recent report from Diario Sport has offered some key insights into the potential tactical ramifications of Nico's arrival at Camp Nou. As per the report, the signing could lead to a surprising positional change for Rafinha, with the Brazilian potentially being deployed in midfield. The logic is straightforward. With Nico Williams on the left and Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha's regular starting spot on the wing would be under threat. To accommodate all three attacking talents, Hansi Flick could look for a creative solution, and moving the former Ballon d'Or nominee into an interior midfield role is a serious consideration. This tactical switch would leverage Rafinha's high work rate, creativity, and powerful shot from distance, attributes that could translate well to a more central position. However, it would also add another body to an already overbooked midfield, which boasts talents like Frenkie de Jong, Gavi, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, and the returning Marc Bernal. Interestingly though, Marc Casado has been recently linked with a move away from Camp Nou amid interest from clubs such as Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. Barcelona are even open to selling the young midfielder if they receive offers exceeding €30 million. According to Gerard Romero, a top La Liga winger is almost guaranteed to join Barcelona this summer. He says the move is 150% certain to happen. After weeks of negotiations and deliberations, Barcelona's pursuit of Nico Williams appears to have reached the final stages. Everything is set in motion for the Catalans in their bid to sign the Athletic Club winger, who has given his word of approval for the transfer. Although guarantees over the player's registration were becoming an issue, those problems have now been resolved as well. Road is clear for Barcelona. According to Gerard Romero, the transfer is virtually sealed. Nico Williams' arrival at Barcelona is 99.9% certain, with all sides aligned and no serious hurdles left to overcome. The deal is so advanced that only a dramatic, unforeseen twist could derail it now. Romero adds that there is no more room for twists or surprises. All issues with Nico's agent, Felix Tinta, have been resolved, and background noise involving other clubs, like Bayern Munich or talk of alternatives like Luis Diaz, has faded entirely. Barcelona and the player are now focused on finalizing the legal and bureaucratic aspects of the transfer. That includes processing the paperwork to pay the player's release clause, which the club could look to execute as soon as this week. In short, the operation is now seen as a matter of timing, rather than negotiation. All efforts in the coming hours and days will be aimed at closing the deal. Both sides remain confident of ensuring that Nico Williams is present for Barca's medicals on July 13th. Finally, Gerard Romero adds that Nico's move to Barcelona is sealed. There is a 150% chance he will play for the Catalans next season. Transfer rumors are heating up. Barcelona are now seriously considering activating the release clause for Inter Milan right-back Denzel Dumfries, as they look to strengthen their defensive options this summer. Meanwhile, over in the Premier League, Manchester United have identified Ollie Watkins as a potential backup option if their move for Victor Gyökeres falls through. Elsewhere in the transfer world, Atletico Madrid have completed the signing of Alex Baena, with Johnny Cardoso expected to follow shortly. Liverpool have reportedly rejected a move from Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz, according to multiple sources. Canada's Jonathan David agrees to sign for Juventus, Moreto. Arsenal target Christian Mosquera offered new Valencia deal, Moreto. Internacional have inquired about Palmeiras midfielder Richard Rios, Moreto. Tarazona's Edward Cedino is close to a move to Las Palmas, Moreto. Barcelona are keeping close tabs on Internacional and Netherlands right-back Denzel Dumfries, according to Fabrizio Romano. The 29-year-old is reported to have a release clause, active until later this month, which allows clubs to sign him for €25 million. The Blaugrana are one of the sides to have shown an interest, though they are yet to make a formal offer. Dumfries, who has won 65 caps for Netherlands, made 29 league appearances for the Nerazzurri last season. Talks have been held between Manchester United and Aston Villa regarding a move for striker Ollie Watkins, reports the Daily Mirror. Watkins, 29, is one of the top options for the Red Devils, who believe they have missed out on Sporting CP forward Victor Gyökeres, but the villains would need to lower their demands of £60 million. Watkins directly contributed to 24 Premier League goals last season, and he was also linked with Arsenal in January. Chelsea are among the Premier League clubs interested in Barcelona midfielder Marc Casado, according to Diario Sport. Barca are open to parting ways with the 21-year-old as they look to make room in their squad for reinforcements, believing that they need to offload a player for every new addition they make this summer. Casado enjoyed a bright breakout year in La Liga last season, making 20 starts across the campaign. Several teams are in the race for AC Milan and USMNT midfielder Yunus Musa, reports Team Talk. Nottingham Forest are the latest side to contest for the signature of the 22-year-old, with West Ham United, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Napoli also interested. The Rossoneri would be willing to part ways if they receive an offer worth an initial €25 million plus bonuses, having recently increased their valuation despite previously reaching an agreement with Napoli. Multiple clubs in Europe are interested in RB Leipzig centre-back Castello Luquiba, according to Foot Mercato. Both Liverpool and Bayern Munich are keen on the 22-year-old, and Leipzig would be willing to accept a lower transfer fee than his €90 million release clause. Luquiba featured twice for France at the European Under-21 Championship this summer, with Tottenham Hotspur also one of the teams who have scouted him. So here's the picture. A world-class player could be redeployed in midfield, Nico Williams or another La Liga star, looks set to arrive, and Barcelona are keeping Dumfries on their radar. If all these moves line up, we could be looking at a very different and very dangerous Barca team next season. Who do you think is the Ballon d'Or candidate being shifted? And will Dumfries be a good fit? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe for daily transfer news, and don't forget to ring the for alerts on every major Barca update. See you next time. Big news coming out of Barcelona today. The summer transfer saga takes another wild turn. Nico Williams' contract request has been rejected by the club. What's holding the deal back? But wait, Barca have also received a major financial boost with La Liga's 1:1 rule, which could change everything in this transfer window. And to top it all off, Spanish star Dani Olmo has sent a public message to Nico Williams ahead of his potential move to Camp Nou. We've got all the details, the drama, and what it means for Barcelona's transfer strategy. Let's jump into it. The board at La Liga giants Barcelona have rejected a direct request on the part of Nico Williams regarding his potential move to the club. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who have on Wednesday provided an update on the situation. Wideman Nico's name has of course continued to dominate the headlines in Catalonia's capital across the week to date. This comes amid a string of contrasting reports regarding the ongoing talks between the 22-year-old and the Barcelona board. The aforementioned MD, for their part, are adamant that Nico's Camp Nou switch is currently on hold. As much comes after the winger demanded guarantees regarding his registration with La Liga for next season. In fact, the understanding is that Nico, through his entourage, requested for a clause to be included in his Blaugrana contract, detailing that if he is not registered for league play, he will become a free agent. Safe to say, however, that such demands have not gone down well amongst Deco and co. FC Barcelona remains firm in its stance of not giving in to Nico Williams' request to include in the contract that binds both parties a clause stating that the club agrees to register him in La Liga and, if they fail to do so, will let him leave for free. The plea on the part of the Spanish international has given rise to widespread displeasure at the Camp Nou. Barcelona have received a big boost to their transfer plans, as La Liga has now allowed them to operate under the 1:1 spending rule, meaning they can invest every euro they earn directly back into new signings. La Liga champions Barcelona will be allowed to operate as normal on the transfer market this summer. That's according to Diario Sport, who have on Wednesday provided an insight into the latest developments behind the scenes in Catalonia's capital. The topic of Barcelona's monetary troubles has of course dominated the headlines across Spain for what feels like an eternity now. In turn, it came as a timely boost when this week the Blaugrana revealed their financial accounts for the 2024-25 year, and the numbers proved to be of a positive nature. As confirmed by President Joan Laporta, Barca's revenue hit €950 million, a higher sum than was initially predicted. And such figures look set to prove altogether important when it comes to the club's plans for the summer transfer window. As per a report from Sport, after Barcelona submitted their financial reports to La Liga this week, the president of La Liga, Javier Tebas, has confirmed to Joan Laporta that the club will be able to operate in this summer market under the 1-to-1 rule of La Liga's financial fair play. Tebas believes that Barca have done everything they asked of the club to return to normality. Dani Olmo has shared some advice with Nico Williams as the young winger edges closer to a move to Barcelona. Having faced similar challenges himself, Olmo encouraged Nico to stay focused and trust the process, hinting that a big step like joining Barca comes with pressure, but also massive opportunity. Barcelona are hoping to complete the signing of Nico Williams in the next couple of weeks, but things have not been straightforward. They had hoped to pay his release clause by Wednesday, but it does not appear that this will happen due to reported complications that have arisen during recent talks. It's been reported that Williams has concerns about Barcelona's ability to register him by the end of the summer, and he has asked for guarantees to be put in place before committing to signing. This is now believed to have happened, but there are still tensions, especially with his club, Athletic Club. Dani Olmo urges Nico Williams to have faith in Barcelona. Nerves are creeping in among Barcelona supporters, and it is uncertain how Williams is feeling at this time. But he has been offered advice by his possible future club teammate Dani Olmo, who was speaking to the media on Wednesday, via Marca. In the end, everything was solved. It is clear that doubts may exist because of everything that happened. I had the utmost confidence with the club. It was not an issue that worried me and I was able to play. I don't know anything about the negotiations, but he is another very top player. He belongs to another club and must be respected, but the best must play at Barcelona. He is a great player, he has shown it with his club, with the national team. We already know how he would adapt and I like to play with the best. Olmo was in similar situation during 2024-25 season. Olmo is best placed to offer advice to Williams, given that he had his registration cancelled by La Liga in January. But in the end, Barcelona managed to resolve the situation, and he ended up missing only a couple of matches. So here's where we stand. Nico Williams wants guarantees, but Barcelona aren't giving in. At the same time, the club gets a crucial 1:1 financial rule boost that could unlock new signings this summer. And with Dani Olmo encouraging Nico to take the leap, the pressure is mounting on both sides to get this deal done. Do you think Barca should meet Nico's demands? Will this 1:1 boost finally get them out of financial limbo? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to hit like, subscribe for the latest Barca updates, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking news. See you next time.